This is another car accident. It's a story that I've never told you. I was driving a car at night in the dark on relatively narrow roads with 5 people, including myself, in the car, and was in a rush to get to a meeting. And I was in an area that I was very unfamiliar with, and so was driving pretty quickly. And the guy behind me was a professional rally navigator from that area. So he knew the roads like the back of his hand. And so he was talking me through what was ahead. And I began to drive to his instructions and go too fast. And he miscalled a bend, completely miscalled it. And I was going too fast for the bend. Car went out of control, entirely my fault. Clipped a banking. This is out in the countryside, so clipped a bank, and the car rolled. Now, this was major trauma before the journey had even been invented, okay? So the car rolled. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the upset, the trauma, obviously lodged with me. So then you forget, you do journey work and you think, okay, it's not about that. It's about whatever circumstances or relationships or whatever issues you've got in life. Then, okay, eventually I'd done a load of journey work, but not on this. I was in Corsica with you, with Cliff, with the whole family, and we were on a holiday there. And we were in a queue of traffic coming up to a junction. So I'm driving, Brandon is sitting by my side, kids are in the back, and she told me what to do, that I was doing something wrong, and turn this way, go this way, don't do that, do this. I don't remember exactly. And I exploded and metaphorically bit her head off. And I said, don't you ever tell me how to drive. I said, I'm in the car. You want to sit in the seat? I said, I'll stop. I'll get out. You get out. I was like, you can drive. I said, if you're in the passenger seat, you just shut up. And she looked at me and she said, what is that all about? I just told you to turn right instead of left or something. And I stopped and opened it and went, oh my God. As a result of the accident, and this would have been 20 years before, I'd made a vow that I would never, ever take anyone's instructions again while driving, that I was responsible and I would not listen to anyone else. And obviously, the emotionality of the original accident drove a lot of anger to the surface when someone else was telling me how to drive, because neurologically I'd associated it with the old accident. And so I said, oh my God. I said, I had this accident 20 years ago and I made a vow I would never listen to someone. In the car, it's down to me, don't listen to anyone else. And she said, okay, I think you need a journey process. And so that's what happened. So like this, I think it can play out in a lot of different ways. If we ignore these accidents, they can create weaknesses in the body where repeat injury is likely. They can cause us to behave in protective ways that end up getting distorted. And ultimately, I think in some cases, they can lead to further illness down the line. If we don't deal with the emotional issues, they can fester and the cell memories can keep knocking on our door going, lesson to be learned here. And if we don't learn them, the message is going to keep coming until we do.